discussing leadership, we should be talking about what it means to be an effective leader. Too often professionals use the words manager and leader interchangeably, and that's a mistake because it ignores the fact that effective leadership is about influence, not authority. There are few things more damaging to a company than having talented employees report to ineffective leaders. Doing so negatively impacts engagement, morale, and retention. Today what I want to do is talk about how can you, whether you have a title or not, be a more effective leader. So we're going to talk about how to really manage the perception of your value so that you can increase and maximize your influence.
So I had such a great time today learning from Donald Hatter. He brought so many great things to our attention to become better leaders. He really made us take an introspective look at ourselves and think about the way that we perceive ourselves versus what we're putting out to others.
We talk about how, if you're going to be an effective leader, how important it is to actually know the vision. And as you can see, vision statements can be extremely broad. So the point is, if I'm going to lead individuals inside the organization, I have to understand what the vision statement is, and eventually I got to get to the point where they understand how what they're doing relates to where we're headed as a company. And we'll talk further about goals and reasons for that, because you need all three to really motivate and influence others. When I do that, I do it differently if I'm speaking at a conference, and what I'll have individuals do is stand up if your company has a vision statement, and remain standing if you can tell everybody what it is. 80% of the people are going to sit down, and out of people standing, half of them don't know. If I want to motivate others, I want to increase my influence, I have to help individuals understand where it is we're heading.
I just kept seeing Donald, man, pop up all over the World Wide Web, just dropping gems of information for people regarding careers, regarding sales, regarding professional development, you name it. He was giving exceptional information.
The other thing that I learned a few years ago that I just didn't realize, and did a bunch of research and then talked to individuals and things of that nature, is most people aren't self-aware.
And I thoroughly enjoyed the lecture today from Donald Hatter. I learned a great deal about leadership, and I learned about self-awareness and bringing and adding value to my role.
You should always be thinking about not just how to be good at the tasks that are assigned, but literally what makes you different, and how do you use that to solve other problems. Expectations have to be managed, and oftentimes what you're supposed to do and what's expected aren't necessarily in line. You may give me a task and tell me what to do. How well am I supposed to do it? And it's a two-way street, so whenever you're working with someone, make sure whatever side, either you're being given the task or you're giving the task, make sure expectations are in line. It sounds really simple, but most people just don't do it. And a great example is, I don't know how many people in here watch the NFL, professional football. At the end of the year, when the season is over, a number of coaches get fired. Right? Some have winning records, some don't. Some are surprised, some aren't. But the people that are surprised didn't really know what was expected, or they wouldn't be surprised. When you start out with the team and your head coach, the goal might be to win the Super Bowl. Only one team's going to win the Super Bowl. So what's really expected is not necessarily the same as your goals or your tasks. So it's a process that, if going to be invaluable, you have to be good at managing it. If you do some of these things correctly, what will end up happening is, as I mentioned earlier, you'll be given additional responsibilities, you'll get the title you want, it'll all come. Companies can never have too many effective leaders.
It is my pleasure to be a part of today's presentation and listen to Mr. Hatter. One thing that I learned from his presentation and the information he shared is to learn how to solve important problems for influential people.
think that he was authentic, and I think that his comments about being valuable and knowing what you bring to your business resonated with me.